The behavior of the occupants is really important in terms of the success of the building. It sounds funny, but no matter how well we design them, if people don't operate them in a way that is consistent with what's capable of, then in fact they won't achieve the performance level. And they may not achieve the comfort levels that they would like.
Buildings use energy because people use buildings. If you can get people to be sensitive to buildings' energy use and what causes it, and understand what they will do, for example, manipulating controls, putting the shade up or down at the right time, opening a window right time. We need to understand what motivates people to do things.
What we find is it's really important to associate activities with similar comfort parameters in the same zone of the building. So in fact, you don't try and put an office next to a classroom, next to a laboratory, next to a clinic. You try to put the offices over here, you try to put the classrooms over here, you're trying to put the various parts, because you can simplify the systems. And the passive approach of trying to use as least energy as possible really relies on making the systems simple as opposed to complex.
We had a project that we did for Pacific Lutheran University with ZGF, where we did what I thought was a very good energy model. We metered the building, it's a geothermal system, really efficient building. 3 years later, we went in and checked it. Heating, cooling system, spot on. Lighting, spot on. Everything else, spot on. But the building was using almost twice as much energy as we predicted. It was all tied into plug loads. It was an academic building. The professors all brought in 3 or 4 computers. They were running simulations overnight, all kinds of stuff that wasn't part of the design of the building, but obviously affected the energy use, threw that number off by a factor of 2. So we're starting to deal with tenants and owners and saying, okay, what are you going to bring into this building?
Our goal is to say, well, how many hours out of the year will we be outside the comfort range of the people in the room if we have less or more insulation? And so when we get down to where it's 8 or 6 or 7 hours a year that may be outside the comfort range, we say, gee, we're in the ballpark. If we've got 50 or 60 or 100 hours, we say, we got to do something to solve that problem. If we got 500, we think, wow, we got to change the design.